Hey, what it do, y'all? What it do? It is showtime indeed. It is showtime indeed. We not on the Apollo. I mean, we not at the Apollo, but you can say, given that we about the stars, shooting for the stars, astronaut, you can say that you on the Apollo, you know, taking off here. So countdown. Now we're blasting off. Yeah, because gotta keep reminding myself. Planes take off, but rockets blast off, right? So we are here and we see Aquarius in the building. Good to see you once again, sweetie. Good to see you once again. James, what's good, James? Good to see you for the first time. What's good with you? Yeah, we're gonna go in. We're gonna talk about this hypergamy. We're gonna get right into it, get right to the point, because there was one thing I want to bring up because you know, for those that have been checking out my content, I've been talking about these ships and that, with relationships, it's like really a ship, to be honest. So y'all need to check that out. If you haven't, go into my playlist titled The Building Challenge, where you'll see where I've talked about the ship and how that is related to relationships. But my point of saying all that and how that ties in with this particular topic tonight is I'm a captain, but I'm not that type of captain. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? The captain ain't trying to save a ship. He ain't trying to save a ship like that. Like saving a relationship like when it's on the verge of sinking. You see what I'm saying? Like it takes two. It takes the ship staying afloat as much as the captain trying to make sure he does what he can to keep it navigated to where it doesn't get in a situation of where it does end up sinking. Okay. So, but when the point when that ship starts to sink, the captain can't save the ship. Okay. So I'm a captain, but I'm not that type of captain. So like, yeah, we gonna do what we can, sweetie, to keep this afloat with you and I. But the minute this thing starts to sink, yeah, it's going. We don't want that. So basically, ladies and gentlemen, avoid sinking relationships because in that playlist titled "The Building Challenge," there's a live stream titled "Sunken Relationships." You don't want to have a sinking relationship, okay? For those for those who read the Bible, it talks about a reprobate mind, and part of that is being like a castaway. You look up what a castaway is; it is related to a shipwreck. So literally, like people that are reprobated are emotional shipwrecks at best. So in a lot of relationships, that could be very well the same thing too. But yeah, without further ado, just thought I, you know, start off with that, just to get y'all kind of moving and grooving in the right direction since I know I don't be on here as often as I've been. I'm going to get back to that, but we're here now. So let's enjoy this time together, shall we? Make sure that you got your popcorn, nachos, hot dog, soda, H2O, whether it's some Haterade or some Hate 2O or just H2O. You could do an alkaline or get your alcohol, or, you can get some vegan food if you're into the vegans. Now, this isn't the time for the children, so make sure that for all y'all with the children, make sure that they going to bed. I'm not going to get too ratchet or nothing like that tonight, but I just want y'all to keep in mind that disclaimer as we start to go in with this topic, because we're going to go in, all right? But yeah, without any further ado, let's go in and let's talk about this hypergamy. Now, you can look up a lot of different definitions about hypergamy. And by the way, if I sound clear to y'all, put a one in the chat for yours truly. So we're going to continuing on. Now, I'm not going to go too heavy in bringing up different definitions. I mean, I could, right? Talk about what hypergamy really is, if you looked it up, because I wouldn't want you to just take my word for it. But let's go ahead and just go for it. Let's talk about what I think about it. And then, yeah, we could look it up. We could look it up. Okay. So, see, Aquarius put the one in the chat. James put the 4 1s in the chat. Yeah, that 411. Because I'm finna give y'all a 411. I appreciate that, James. Now, simply put, without even looking it up, hypergamy, from what I've heard, from what I've gathered, is to date up. It's simply to date up. Now, there's another word called hypogamy. Hypogamy is to date down, and both of those are in play when you see folks out here playing these games, these dating games as they call it, right? Some people can either date up, some people can either date down. In Kim Kardashian's case, not that I meant to bring up her name as such, but I'm gonna just say this without really assuming. I'm gonna ask y'all the question: did she date up after divorcing Kanye West, or has she dated down ever since she divorced Kanye West? Kind of makes you wonder with the people that divorce, who they decide to get with. Was that next person to upgrade or downgrade? There you go. Those are other terminologies you can use for either hypergamy or hypogamy. I'd say this, ladies. Hey, you know, some guys are hypergamous too. Some guys are hypergamous too. Some guys are hypogamous too. No one talks about the guys being hypergamous and hypogamous, but I'll save that for another time, okay? But guys do try to date up, and guys do also try to date down as well, okay? But we're going to talk about her tonight, as you saw on the thumbnail. Jetway, that way, carpet and all. And what did she say on there? It's about what I want. So in this case, you see the jet. So I'm assuming she's thinking about dating up, but you never know. Some girls might want a junkie or a flunky while she's up mile high in the sky. Some girls got fantasies of being with ex-convicts and registered sex offenders. No pun intended, but I'm just saying some girls got fantasies like that. So here nor there, price tag ain't on lust, right? Just like we be saying like there shouldn't be a price tag on love, there also isn't a price tag on lust either, you know? Because you'd be like, how did they decide to get with this person? Well, didn't matter to them what that person was like. They just wanted to get with that person. So that explains the whole hypogamy side. Aquarius gave me an answer about, yeah, dated down hypogamy. Yeah, exactly. A lot of girls end up doing that. Dated down hypergamy. Yeah, which is basically hypogamy. Yeah, So, yeah, let's go. Let's get it. Now, hypergamy, if you looked it up, it says the action of marrying or forming a sexual relationship with a person of a superior sociological or educational background. That's what hypergamy is. Okay. So that means, yes, someone that's a little up there in status. So let's look up hypogamy since we just mentioned it. Okay. Let's go ahead and get that out the way while we're on the subject matter. Oops. So let me kind of misspelled there. Let me get that together. Hypogamy. Hypogamy, it says, is the act of marrying someone of a lower social and economic class than your own, simply put. Now, they claim that hypogamy has been found to be practiced more by men than women. Basically, I guess, depending on what you hear out here about guys willing to marry the gal that's from the McDonald's, but from the outside looking in, someone would say that guy is practicing hypogamy. But in most cases, guys don't look at what a girl has as far as money is concerned. He don't look at what a girl has as far as education. He don't look at her social status. When a guy really loves, he loves. So he really just looks at her for how he thinks that she treats him and things like that. I see Osea Deliberate in the building. Good to see you once again as well. Good to see you, sweetie. Good to see you. Good to see you. Got to talk a little country here sometimes. Now, of course, I'm from St. Louis, so country grammar. So andale, andale. But yeah, we're gonna continue to speak on this because this gets religious, this gets biblical, this gets cultural. I mean, depending on who you talk to, if you're into the passport side of things, no pun intended, you might get around a gal or gals, you might get around a guy who, depending on his culture and background, like you have to be accounted for as far as being presented to his or her family in regards to marriage, and you have to be worth something. In some places you're worth a couple of cattle, you're worth a couple of acres of land. So it's a little different. So you can see if that's hypergamy or hypogamy. You be the guest, you be the judge, you be the judge of that. Okay. So uh we're going to talk about what's beyond hypergamy. So simply put, I did kind of give y'all an idea of that so far of what's beyond hypergamy, and that's hypogamy, okay? Because I think there's a lot more dating down that occurs than actually dating up. And actually, beyond hypergamy is not dating up or dating down. No one wants to talk about that. Kind of funny because I think Kevin Samuels, he last brought it up best. He said, hey, you need to marry somebody that's within your bracket. If you're just talking about transactionally speaking and things like that, I speak more from the spiritual level of things. So I speak more transformational than transactional. But I get where he's coming from when, you know, in essence, what he was translating was, all y'all being hypergamous, you want a man that makes a certain amount of money, but you don't qualify for that. You don't qualify for that level up. How about getting someone that's like on your level, financially, things like that. So that means that really in the ideal world, hypergamy shouldn't exist, and hypogamy shouldn't really exist either. You should get someone that's right there with you as far as goals, ambitions, and stability, which I say is the ability to stay, not financial stability, as far as being stable. How about this? If you want to look at what financial stability should be, it should be the financial ability to stay, which is mainly staying supportive of each other financially. Not necessarily to keep your finances intact, but being able to support each other financially, because things do happen, right? You're not going to always have your finances intact. This is a volatile system. If the pandemic hasn't taught anybody anything, you can't look at your tomorrows. You have to deal with right now. And maybe down the line, if you could see further than that, but actually looking at tomorrow, you can't look at tomorrow. Even the scripture says, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow will actually take care of itself, right? Just have a vision for what beyond tomorrow might possibly look like. And that might help you out a little bit, my people. Let's go. You said Aquarius. Well, if you have to be worth something as if you are material in some countries, that means you are seen as property for sale. Exactly. Exactly. Oh yeah, yeah, deliberate. Dating up, dating down. This happens a lot. Oh yeah, all day long. Hmm. Oh yeah. So we're gonna continue on with this, y'all. Because like I said, beyond hypergamy is the hypogamy, but there's more to it. And I'm gonna bring up some other some newer terminologies for y'all. Not sure if it's gonna really get shared throughout the space, but just something from me, right? So there's a lot more dating down. I mean, notice like when someone leaves you, I don't care, you don't have to be rich right now, right? Let's just say right now, us right now, average Joe, average Joanna, okay? Average Joe, average Joanna, okay? When that person leaves you, normally they never leave you for someone better, okay? They don't leave you for someone better. That's why I never say things like, you'll never find no one like me. I don't say that. Well, that's the whole point. You're not trying to find another person like me. But I can say that you won't find anyone better than me. I can say that. Just as ladies, you can say that about if a man leaves you, right? You've been good to him, but he leaves you. You can also say to him, you ain't gonna find no one better than me. Now, I mean, you wish everyone the best, obviously, I mean, hey, it is what it is. They left and you do wish them the best, but for them to have in mind that they'll find someone better than you instead of just finding someone better for them, okay, that's a little bit far-fetched on their part. I'm just like, hey, you leave a person, find someone you think is better for you instead of you thinking that you're gonna find someone better than the person that you left. Because like I said, that doesn't happen. So really hypergamy actually happens on the emotional level all the time, on the spiritual level all the time, and possibly on the physical level. But see, because if you think about it, y'all, if you really think about it, ladies, and I know y'all can relate to this, if we're just talking about, body parts, if you will, like you're gonna see that he with a girl that don't even look half the way you look, as far as looks. She's well down the look scale, right? Or she might have a BBL. Okay, that's not a natural look, right? So either way, he went down. He downgraded when he left you. Okay. Just like fellas, she downgraded when she left you. She think the guy is packing, okay, but he's still lacking. So what? He packing, but he's still lacking, right? He ain't the type of man that you were. He ain't got the same fortitude, right? And chances are he don't even look better than you. Not that a man really values himself based on looks, but you like, yo, the dude, he look like a slime ball. He real slimy. Like he don't look the way you look. He don't carry himself the way you carry yourself, the way you keep things neat, tidy, and ordered. The way you just keep things around you. She downgraded. I believe that's really what's going on. The hypergamous conversation is very superficial, and in many ways it's unrealistic, because this is not what actually takes place in a lot of our lives, right? We looking up to people on social media to try to live a certain way, to be a certain way that we 90% of us will never see in our lifetime. Okay, we'll never see that in our lifetime, and we probably ain't not going to see that within uh our next generation of descendants. Like, they're not going to see it in their lifetime. Like, generational wealth is a real deal, and it takes generations for that wealth to build up, right? We ain't shooting for the stars. We ain't shooting for the stars. We're shooting for the spotlight. 1 second. Yeah, yeah. We ain't shooting for the stars. We shooting for the spotlight. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing out here nowadays. And that's sad, because I'm trying to get y'all to shoot for the stars. I'm not trying to get y'all to shoot for the spotlight. Okay. So that's the problem. That's the problem right now, is that we going too high, and then when we leave somebody, we go too low. We go too low. Why do we end up going so low after we leave somebody? Well, you got to start from the bottom with every person that you meet. That's why it wasn't meant for you to leave the last person. Notice how every person that leaves you, they always have to start low with the next person. And it seems like it takes them forever to even get close to where they were with you. Now, they might make you feel bad because they felt like they moved on from you, but the reality is they're not in a better situation upon leaving you. They just won't admit that because their pride is in the way. And they're not trying to be apologetic. It ain't even about being apologizing for something you did wrong. Sometimes you just apologize to keep things strong. But see, they were the weakest link. Goodbye. So that's why they're not coming back, and that's why it's not looking better for them, male or female. It doesn't matter. Like, if someone leaves you, right? Especially, under false pretenses, and that, it was something that could have been worked out, but they didn't want to work it out, and they left. And well, they're starting from ground zero. They're literally back down. Like, literally, it's a downgrade when a person leaves somebody. True hypogamy, not hypergamy. People lie all the time about the greener grass on the other side. I don't get that. The greener grass on the other side is artificial astroturf. I said astro, not a real astro. They're just seeing stars. They've been on them pills and Molly, seeing stars in the field, right? Fake grass. But yeah, it ain't real grass. It's fake grass, and it's full of dog shit. Okay, that's what's going on. That ain't really green grass on the other side, right? So, hey, Brownie Ellie, first time up in the building. Good to see you. Good to see you first time. Glad that you up in the building. Hope you enjoy the content, and I see you many more times to come. Okay. Any questions? Feel free to drop it in the chat. Feel free. You said, Aquarius, the whole topic of hypergamy is equivalent to what you do to bring the table conversation and conversation like people seeking for material things mainly without the other components. Facts. Yeah, especially the what do you bring to the table conversation. Yeah, I mean, yeah, geez. Yeah, we got a lot of that going on, still going on to this day, like Deontay Wilder would say, to this day, you know, still to this day, still floating around in the spaces, and we need to get beyond that. But that's why I wear the astronaut suit for the avatar. I'm out of these spaces. I'm out of space. I'm beyond this stuff to infinity and rayon. Let's go. You said deliberate. You said most are looking for equally most are looking for equally, not equate quantity over quality, which this means that a person does not qualify. Facts. Yeah, because everybody wants the big ticket. Everybody wants the big way. You know, in the military, you know, you go through the training, you want to get through the ranks, but you gotta what? Get through the ranks. That takes more quality time for that to happen. You're not going to just take quantum leaps, leaps and bounds. You're not going to do that. You're going to have to go through these different stepping stones and stumbling blocks. That's how a lot of time travel actually works too. Hmm. But we're not talking about that right now, right? You said Aquarius. I was going to say the grass greener on the other side is GMO grass, like no nutritional value to it. Facts. And it's bad for the soils, bad for the roots. So yes, no nutritional value. So it's toxic to everything that comes around it. So, you know, people be having toxic dreams about how they can move on from somebody else. It's all toxic, you know. You're not doing that. You're living a life that you're not really living. You're lying. You're living a lie, you know. You're living a lie. And like Justin Timberlake said in his song about a girl that was living a lie, you know, what goes around comes around. What goes around comes around. And so beyond hypergamy is the notion that most of these people with that type of mindset, they reap what they sow. What goes around comes around. They'll end up back at the same spot that they left. People who want to get off on people in divorce court, or guys that want to finesse chick out of their money, savings, insurance, you name it, food stamps. Hey, you know, hey, some guys hungry. They get a girl out the food stamps. They'll get a girl to get a, you know, smash her down to get a pair of Jordans, to get the PS5, I believe that's out. I don't know what iPhone is out right now. See, I ain't into iPhones. I'm sorry, y'all. But yeah, I'm just saying. iPhone 12, iPhone 14. I don't know. He's trying to finesse it for that too, you know. But it's still a date down because really, you know, Keisha that he's messing around with on the side. Uh, Keisha just Keisha don't look peacher. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if that even rhymes all the way, but she just ain't looking better than the gal that he using. She is not looking better, and she's not better than the gal that he's using. So, you know, some gals use guys like that too. Like I said, all this talk of people trying to level up, most people level down. See, you level up because you come from a down place. You know, that's how I look at it. If you call yourself leveling up, that's because you're already there at the down place. And I tell you right now, most people that have a certain amount of money, they don't want somebody that's trying to level up to be in a better situation, to be around them. No, you have to already be in a better situation emotional, you know, not just see that individual that as a better situation for you to be around. You know, I get it. I get it. We all go through things, and you want better for yourself. I get it. That's not necessarily hypergamy. That's not necessarily hypergamy. Okay, wanting better for yourself is not hypergamy. Everybody wants better for themselves. Everybody wants better health. Everybody wants a better environment. Everybody wants a better home to live in. Doesn't mean it has to be a lavish home. Ask Warren Buffett. He's in Omaha, Nebraska. His home is not the most lavish home, but to him, it's a good home and he's doing well. As a billionaire, okay? Wanting better for yourself. There's nothing wrong with wanting better for yourself, ladies. There's nothing wrong with wanting better for yourself. Just don't get too carried away to where you keep talking about leveling up. Wanting better for yourself does not necessarily mean you have to level up, okay? You want to level out. That's what you want to do, ladies. You see how I did that? You see how I did that? You don't want to level up, you want to level out. And that goes back to what I said about what Kevin Samuels said. You need to get somebody that's on your level, but not on your level as far as like superiority and all that. You want to get somebody that's on your level that you can level out with. That's what it means. Someone that you could be balanced with, where y'all can actually build together. Someone that's rich has already built things. Okay. They're not building, they've already built things. You want to be around somebody you actually can build with. And we're not just talking about money and businesses. We're talking about relationships. You get around someone with a certain amount of money, they're not looking at relationships like you're looking at relationships. Okay. They're not looking at it the way you're looking at it, male or female. They don't see relationships the same way you see relationships. Okay. You said, Aquarius, it's fake love season. So people going to be trying to get what they want and need out of someone because they hungry. Christmas is coming. They need a place to stay, etc. So that's hypergamy on a low level. Yeah. I can see that. I can see that. It's a little bit of both hypergamy and the hypogamy at play, because like they say, when it warms up, folk, they step out, right? Like, okay, so you got a chance to have somewhere to stay and things like that. You got a chance to go where you can eat. And I guess for those that are into Christmas, you're getting gifts. Okay, you're in a place like that. But then when it gets warm outside, you want to leave. I don't care, male or female. I don't care. You get in a comfortable situation. Then when it gets warm outside, you want to leave. Like I said, a little bit of hypergamy, hypogamy. Some have talked about bait and switch. They talk about that as well. So it's a lot of different things at play. That type of game that they're playing, right? You said deliberate. Looks and money, material things are not what truly matters. Flaky, fakey. The character, the content of a person is what is paramount. Permanent. Yeah. Oh yeah. All day long. All day long. I agree. All right. So I kind of pretty much went all in, full ballistics, just talking about hypogamy, because that's what's beyond hypergamy. And that's what's really going on right now. We talk about hypergamy all day long, right? We talk about this all day long. Guys talk about how they want a gal to look a certain way and act a certain way instead of making sure he can get a gal to look and act a certain way. I think that's better for me. Forget the gal that already looks a certain way. You got to trust that she's who she says she is, that she's really who she says she is. I see perfect timing in the building. What's good, family? What's good? You can't go off you can't go off what you see, right? Walking by faith, not by sight. Doesn't that say that in the scripture? Well, you got some guys that are walking by sight, right? Because he wants a gal that already looks and acts a certain way, instead of having faith that a gal can look and act a certain way just around him being who he is, right? I'm more for the latter than the former, if you ask me. That way I know it's genuine. And I'll also know if one is not being genuine by that same statement. That part. Now, like I said, just as a refresh, for those who just got up in the building, I see more people coming into the clouds. Much blessing, y'all. Make sure y'all hit that like button as you step on in. Tell somebody to tell somebody about yours truly, Rayology XM. We are live right now. My satellites are soaring around the planet, orbiting around the planet. Never been a beta male orbiter. I'm talking about my satellite right now. We got this live in effect. We live right now, baby. Let's go. But yeah, beyond hypergamy is hypogamy, because that's the real reality. There's a lot of hypogamy going on. And as Kevin Samuels would put it, quit trying to level up. You need to learn how to just level out. Level out, y'all. Don't level down. Don't try to level up. Level out. Because you need to get somebody that's on your level, right? But not based on any superiority or inferiority. It's just based on the way that that y'all coast together. Now, this actually goes back to the relationship talks, because planes ain't the only things that move that need to level out. Ships also need to level out. Nothing like being on the water and the ship's leveled out. That means it's smooth. It's not going over rough tides and causing the ship to go side to side, putting you in a situation where y'all could sink. Okay. When y'all level out, y'all know how y'all need to coast, how y'all need to make sure that y'all are in waters that are good to charter. Okay. So that's what it's like when you are with somebody that you can level out with. Hey, that's a new hashtag coming up, given the date of this live stream. 2023, y'all heard it first from yours truly. Quit saying level up, say level out. That's what you want to do when you run into somebody that's truly worth it in your life. Ladies and gentlemen, you want to level out with somebody. You don't want to level up with somebody. And you darn sure don't want to level down with somebody, okay? You said Aquarius. You said more times so than not people use hypergamy as a stepping stone, but use the person as a placeholder, then do hypergamy with someone much lower than they are. Oh yeah, I could see that. I could see that. But still the lower part is the hypogamy. I kind of see where you're going with that. If yeah, there is a way, a means to an end, how a person will try to bring someone up to a certain level. That happens a lot too. You know, gals kind of try to bring a guy up to a certain level that she thinks he can be at. Like that's what with Jeremy Meeks that was all about. The guy that was out of jail, but the gals liked it because he looked a certain way as a bad boy, I guess. But all of a sudden he got put into modeling instantly, like overnight. He was like this instant celebrity. So I believe that's what you're talking about in the case of what I just explained, Aquarius. If that's not the case, please let me know. So but yeah, let's continue on with this because there's so much we could break down with this, all this that's really going on beyond hypergamy. Okay. Um. Well, here's another thing about hypergamy. Well, what does it sound like I'm saying when I say hypergamy? Hyper give me like you're hyper give me like you're just hyper like you're hyper with it, give me, and you're hyper about it. And that to me is like what hypergamy is too. Like it's always a gimme. It's like you're in survival mode, you know, and you're hyper with it. Like basically, fellas, there's a girl there's a gal that know that you a go-to kind of guy, right? See, in perfect time, and check this out. If you're still in the building, family, check this out. Yeah, because you talked about I remember at your live stream you did the other day, sometime, and you was talking about tricking versus simping. And yes, tricking and simping are not the same. People don't understand that, and I'm glad you recognize that because I've talked about that before as well. But here's the thing: a lot of people don't understand. What's the opposite of a trick? Well, it's coming up on a lick. Yeah, yeah. Tricking and simping are not the same. And the opposite of a trick is coming up on a lick. See, hypergamy is about coming up on a lick, y'all. It's coming up on a lick. How? Well, I mean, you're getting used for a come up, y'all. Come on now. It's not rocket scientists here, even though I got rockets. I don't have jet engines here. I have rockets. It's not rocket science, though. You can see it for yourself. Duh. You know, you're getting used for a come up. You're a lick. You're not a trick, but you're a lick. Oh, did I just say that, y'all? Did I just say that? Okay. Instead of hashtagging, you can hashtag level out, but also hashtag lick because you ain't you. Hey, bro, you're not a trick though. I'm not trying to say you're a trick, but she sees you as a lick though. Ladies, he sees you as a lick. He sees you as a lick. You thinking he trying to lick you? He just sees you as a lick. Now he'll lick you as a lick too. Ooh, did I just say that? Yes, I did. Lick you just enough to give you to give it up. You know, we ain't just talking about the kitty cat. Yeah, yeah, let's go. And he hyper with it too. Yeah, you was like, oh, he was so hyper. He lasted, girl. He was going at it for hours. And then your friends like, he was just using you for a come up, girl. Did not see that. He's using you for a come up. He's using you as a lick. He knew how to get you going and get you out of what he wanted from you. Do you not see that? Yeah, that's it. That's it. Yep, hypergamy, hypergive me, hypergive me. Yeah, let's go. Oh yeah, you said I was correct. Hey, I appreciate that. Cool, cool, cool. Yeah, with my reference earlier that I used the example of Jeremy Meeks. Okay, let's go. All right, so now this is what I want to do. We are 35 minutes in, and I'm gonna in this part of the live stream, I kind of want to go off into some more lingos with y'all. You know, a little bit more of my vernacular, right? Want to kind of get more into this. So now, if y'all pay attention to speed over here, I try my best to keep it immaculate, right? So I'm gonna get y'all up to speed on some things. You dig? So y'all know about, I guess as of late, y'all probably been hearing about different countries developing hypersonic missiles, right? But some of y'all know that there are different levels to speed out there, right? So generally speaking, there's sonic, there's supersonic, and then there's hypersonic. Now, mind you, hypergamy has the word what? Hyper in it. Hyper in it. So you would think there's different levels of how one would want to say, give me. See? You see? Okay, there's different levels. It's not just hyper, give me. Okay? One can want you to give them things in a hyper way. One will want you to give them things in a super way. And some would want you to give them things in a subpar way. Now, the subpar way is closer to the hypogamy, okay? Hippo, hypo, hippo, no typo. Hey, what's good, Auntie? Good to see you, family. Good to see you. Yeah, talking about this hypergamy, man. You already know, but yeah, the terminology. Of course, hypergamy, that's at the top. That's like how a person can come up on somebody as a lick real quick, the quickest way. Okay. And there's many ways we could break this down. I probably won't do that tonight, right? But then below hypergamy, you have this thing of where I came up with what I came up with, and it's called supergamy. So, you know, just imagine hypergamy, but say supergamy. I'll just type it in the chat just in case some of y'all not up to speed, you know, respectfully speaking. So let me go ahead. And I say this mainly for those on the replay, but maybe some in the chat that just kind of want to see what I mean and how I type these things, right? So there you go. Supergamy. Boom. I won't say it's superb, but yeah, supergamy for sure, right? So supergamy is like similar to hypergamy, but more or less, man, should I really go here with y'all? Okay, I'm gonna go here with y'all. Supergamy. Let me just highlight this comment, man. Y'all gonna have me go here tonight. All right, and I see you. I see what you're saying, Aquarius. I'm gonna get back to you, sweetie. Man, what is supergamy like, right? So supergamy is similar to hypergamy. It's still about getting up to speed, right? But supergamy versus hypergamy, you know, because hypergamy is about, you know, obviously getting to like somewhat of a higher social status. And obviously you're gonna try to do it the quickest way possible. You're gonna try to see how you can come up on that person, you know, come up on them as a lick as quick as possible, right? Splickety split. Sometimes the hypergamy happens after the divorce, but that's different because, you know, the hypergamy was when a person accepted you into their world, right? So there's a lot of debate with just what I just said there alone. Okay. Supergamy goes like this, though. Supergamy goes like this. Let me get a little sip right quick. I'm gonna break this down to y'all. Uh, all right. What's the difference between hypergamy and supergamy? Okay, supergamy, as with hypergamy, like I just said, you know, given that you want to get with somebody of a higher social class, so you're really just trying to find a way to come up on a lick on that person real quick. Many ways we can explain how a person will come up on somebody, use them as a lick to come up on real quick. We know different ways, different avenues. I don't need to explain. From a DM to a Cash App, you already know what I'm talking about. Okay. All right. Supergamy is a little different. Let's say the gal knows a guy they went to the same high school together, right? But she knows that he's going to be an NBA player, like, or a football player or something like that. She's taking her time with him, but she knows that eventually, that word is key. That word eventually, that's the difference between hypergamy and supergamy. Hypergamy, you're trying to come up on somebody as a lick real quick. You know you can. You see the success before you. You see the money. You see the bread. You see all that. You're going to get it somehow. You're going to get to that butter, that chicken, that bread, you name it. You see it. You're going for it. Gals go for that, right? Quick. But there are other times where there might be a gal that sees a guy and she sees, I guess, his quote, potential earnings, that is. Eventually, he's going to come up on that same bread, butter, and chicken and bacon. But she's there. She's kind of trying to be there with him along the way. Not really there for him and his vision and how it helps everybody in the whole and in the entirety, and even those in the whole, right? She's just there for him because she knows eventually he's going to get there. So supergamy. So even during that time, she might even behave superb. But it's because she sees eventually he's going to get somewhere. So she's still going to stick it out with him because more than anybody else, she know this guy's going to make it. Makes you wonder, was she really sincere about her support? She just did enough to where eventually she'll be able to use him as a come up. Kind of like how some divorces go, right? Unfortunately, when, hey, we earned this together and she was there with me, like when I was there at my bottom, and she helped me get to the top, man. We got this divorce. She took half of it, man. Damn. Because I guess it was proof that she helped me get half of that, half of the earnings, half of what I am, thanks to her. Yeah, that's the supergamy, though. That's a supergamy. I think that happens a lot. Now, some gals, they'll get mad and if I don't know, if they get in an argument with a guy that's on the brink. Some gals, oh my gosh, some gals will lock a guy down so he won't make it. A lot of gals that get a guy out of high school and they know he gonna make it, she'll lock him down by making him get her pregnant. Now, that's why young men need to be taught what to do with their Johnson as they're growing up. Watch out for the girl that's trying to stop you from making it. Yeah, she's trying to stop you from making it. She literally became his dream killer, right? Mm-mm-mm. That's for another topic though. But that gives y'all an idea of the difference between a hypergamy and a supergamy. We're going to go in and talk about subpergamy. But let me talk to y'all in the chat. I see y'all been chopping it up. I got y'all. Let me type in the next word for y'all. Actually, it's not even, I don't know the way I just pronounced this, so I apologize. So I meant hypergamy, supergamy, and subgamy. That's actually what I meant. I might have to actually laugh at this live stream on the replay, but that's what I meant. Subgamy. There is no like yeah, it's only subgamy. There's no, yeah, it's sub. It's just all sub. It's at the bottom of the bottom. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is, oh man, there's a lot going on here, y'all. There's a lot going on here with what I'm trying to tell y'all. Yeah. It's just hypergamy, supergamy, and subgamy. Man. Okay. You said it's Aquarius. Let me get to what you're saying. You said people do a lot of manipulation just to be hypergamous because there aren't a lot of people making six figures or more. So they got to fake it till they make it. Of course, of course. Everybody want to be in the limelight all day long. They don't want the real light in their life. They want the limelight. They want the flashing lights and the spotlights. Yeah, they want to all walk on the carpet, the red carpet. You know what I mean? They even though the red carpet probably came from Target, but they want to walk on it. They want to walk on it. You said deliberate. Sonic equals no expectation, leveling out, balance, supersonic. Okay, maybe I try. If don't work, I am gone. Hypergamy, hypersonic. Next, on to the next lick. Yeah, but the leveling out, that has nothing to do. I get where you were going with that deliberate, but yeah, the leveling out is beyond all of the gimmies. The leveling out is what you want. Like I said, you don't want a person to level up with you. You don't want a person to level down with you. You want them to be right there in the middle. You want them to be right there in the middle. So with the supergamy, it's still leveling up. It's just leveling up at a slower rate because you're looking at the future potential earnings of that individual, right? So, but we're going to get to the subgamy because I just butchered it in a few minutes ago when I was actually going over the different words that I was going to use for terminology, which is probably why I lost a few of the people in the class. But that's okay. I apologize. But yeah, we're going to continue to rock it out. For those that have always been faithful at this channel, I appreciate y'all support. Y'all get me. Yeah, you said Aquarius. Is there any authenticity and sincerity when it comes to hypergamy? Uh, in hypergamy and supergamy, because people mostly still bring deceptive and manipulative. Most people are mostly being still deceptive and manipulative when they do all three, and it goes back to power and control. Oh yeah, all day long, because you want to feel like you're controlling their fate. You're controlling their faith and their faith. Yeah, you're controlling their fate. You're controlling their faith and survival. Yeah, people want to feel like that. But also the person that um, calls themselves the card holder, the one that's in place to see if that person is going to level up or level down with them, right? Which is why I prefer to level out. You know, I don't want a person to level up with me. Who knows? Depending on how you get in life, there's only certain people that can be around you, right? Just like when you're at a certain low point in life, there's only certain people that you would want around you. Facts. You said delivery. You said supergamy. Oh, okay. Balancing out is above all this. I got you. Bingo. Yeah. It's above all this, but if you're on the waters, it's also more stable than all this, right? It's more stable. I guess even if you're under the water as a submarine, you still want to balance out even in a submarine. Yeah, you want to be buoyant, not become too flamboyant. But yeah, whether you're above water or below the water, you want to be balanced. You want to be balanced as well, just as you would in the air. Okay. So beyond hypergamy is balance. There's a lot of instabilities with hypergamy. Yes, I said it. I said it. A true predator. Oh yeah. A lot of that goes on with hypergamy. Oh yeah. A lot of that goes on with hypergamy. Man. For guys, it can be a little different because, like I said, some guys don't care about a gal's social status and things like that. He don't care about her money, her degrees. But a guy could be caught up on her looks. Yeah, she looks a certain way. You know that, hey, bro's gonna look at you different. Like, oh man, he pulled that kind of chick. Yo, that's my guy. That's my guy. Some gals might feel a certain way about that guy too if they be like, oh yeah, he always has certain kind of women around him. Like some gals do get attracted by a dude that attracts ratchet females. That's a fact, especially in these times. Now you might have some gals that be like, oh, he does attract very nice and classy women. He always attracts nice and classy women. That says a lot about his character. But that's a gray area nowadays. Some gals don't care that a dude wants to be around classy females because a lot of gals have very low self-esteem and they don't have that kind of etiquette. So some gals might be just as turned on that he does like a little bit of ratchet. Oh, I see that he likes it a little dirty. Well, hey, what it do, boo? You said deliberate. Supergamy, when person when a person locks another person down, they are the person I should be careful of because they the patient in a true predator. Facts. Yeah, they because they see that future potential. You know, it's kind of like how some guys have a field, right? And they actually have a deer farm and they grow deer, and those deer are only there to get hunted. They only are there to be hunted. Kind of like the certain predator movies where they drop you off on a planet and you're just there to be hunted on that planet. So some guys and some gals might know somebody like that where you see that this person eventually is going to make it. They're going to succeed. And you want to jump on that when you know that person finally made it, right? That's scary when you think about it. Oh, we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to the subgamy delivery. We're gonna go there. So we are 50 minutes in. Oh yeah, we doing good on timing. Yeah. So as I explained earlier, just to give y'all a better summary, more of a summary once again, and even as I messed up some of the things that I said earlier, but I'm still on point. I'm still on point. That's the thing. I'm still on point. It's kind of like the space shuttle when it lands, it's still on point, even though it might be off a little bit on this trajectory of the Kennedy Center. It's still on point. That's what we're doing now. We coming back down to earth. Yeah, let's go. But hypergamy is basically, yeah, the leveling up. You want somebody of a higher social status, and it's also the quickest way to try to get a lick on somebody. You always try to find out the quickest way to get a lick on somebody that you already see as successful. Whereas supergamy is you still trying to level up with that person, but it's based on their future potential earnings. You know that they're going to get. So you kind of sit back like a predator, like Deliberate said earlier. Okay, that's the supergamy, right? But now we're going to talk about the subgamy because I think I pronounced it subpergamy, but I really just meant subgamy. So, like I said, I'm still on point, a little bit off the trajectory, but I'm still on point. Let's go. Um, Subgamy. Wow, it's similar to leveling down and dating down. Here's the deal with subgamy. You know that person is only going to make it so far, and you're cool with that. You don't want to see them making it more than you making it. You know that they're going to do this good and this great in this time of their life, and that's all they're going to be good for. As long as they don't become more successful than you, that's the person you're going to rock with. The subgamy. A lot of people are with people that they know will not be more successful with them. Now, that's where you would call yourselves in a competition type of relationship. That is what it is with the subgamy. When you are actually doing the hypogamy, where you actually are getting around someone that might be of a lower social class than you, but you're hoping that they don't make it as far as you. You're banking on it. Like you're attracted to them, just might not wanting to live a certain life. Or maybe they're not going to live a certain life beyond what they've been living. For some reason, some people find that attractive. Now, that's where all that power and control can really play a factor in, as Aquarius said earlier, right? Where you with somebody that will not make it a certain way and make it all the way in life. And you cool with that because they not going to be that more successful than you. Wow. You said Aquarius with hypergamy. Some females love the chase. Some females love to chase the dream that they are going to get with a man that's making X amount of money, knowing that it's not realistic for them, but want to do it anyways, just because. Yeah, the thrill of it. It's the thrill, but see, the reality hits when that money isn't made, when that dude doesn't get that football contract, when he gets hurt, whether on the football field or on the job, doing a certain job, right? He was going to be promoted at his job, but now he can't because he got hurt, right? That reality hits her. And she'll look back, she'll try to claim like she cared, like, well, I was there with you, and I was there, and this happened. It's important, unfortunate. These things happen, and we might have to it's time for us to do different things in life now. and she'll make it seem like she don't want to be a burden. And it's like, well, you're not being a burden to him, you're just hurting him. Like, you waited until he couldn't do it no more to finally not pursue it no more. Chase the dream, as Aquarius put it very plainly and wonderfully in her paragraph here. You said also, Aquarius, that's what it seems like with Tia Mowry's divorce. Like she was doing subgamy possibly with her ex-husband, but that's just speculation. Facts. And I'd say with the Steph Curry situation, his wife, she wasn't banking on him becoming as successful as he is. It is what it is. It's known fact. It's put out there. So I ain't making up nothing. It's known information. Y'all can look this up for yourselves. She didn't think that he was going to get as successful as he was, right? But there was no way she could continue on with that subgamy. And I hope I didn't just say subpergamy again, but I meant subgamy, y'all. She couldn't last with her subgamy because Steph Curry's success was just too much of an avalanche to stop. It was too much of steam to prevent from rising to the top. The cream of the crop. You know, the cream of the crop always goes to the top, man. Yeah. Now, now. I've talked about this before, but I'll talk about this again because this is something that I was going to specifically talk about at this particular live stream. But I managed to talk about what I'm about to talk about on a previous live stream. Okay. Okay, cool. I appreciate that, Aquarius. I appreciate that. Yeah, so I'm saying it right. Okay, I'm saying it right. Subgamy. Yeah. For sure. But this is what I want to talk about. Gold digging and hypergamy are not the same. Okay. Gold digging is just merely somebody just wanting you for what you have. They wanting you for what you have. Hypergamy is somebody wanting you not only for what you have, but for who you are and what you represent, and possibly what you stand for, but not really who you are. They want you for who you are, but not for who you are. See, hypergamy is a little deeper than gold digging. Gold digging is just about the money, right? In some ways, gold digging, you would say, well, Ray, you just said that you with hypergamy, you gotta see how you can come up on a person. You know, use them as a lick for a come up, right? Ain't gold digging the same? Gold digging ain't necessarily about coming up on a lick. Gold digging is about a trick. It's about a trick. Because gals that are gold digging ain't trying to use a guy for a come up. She's trying to use a guy for a come out. Come out your pockets, baby. You might even have a sexual fling with a gold digger, but she just wants the dude to come out the pockets. She don't care about his success. She don't care about the status she can get with getting around that guy. She's just trying to get what she can from that guy, whether it's some money or whatever the case is. Like, she's not looking at his social status when she's a gold digger. A lot of girls just see money. They don't see him for who he is, what he represents. She's like, well, all the basketball players are like that. They all will do this. All the basketball players will not wear a condom, when they have sex. They talk like that. The gold diggers talk like that. Real talk. They're not looking at the power and the status of being around an NBA player when they want to get knocked up by one. They're thinking about their power and status if they get knocked up by an NBA player. Need I say any names? One. I'm not going to say names. Y'all know who they are. Y'all know these gold digging chicks out there that use guys to come up out the pockets, right? But they don't care about being around him because of who he is and what he represents. She just wanted what he had. That's it. Now you have other gals that, that are more hypergamous, like Rihanna. Like Rihanna only wants to be with a certain kind of a guy. Like, yeah, she likes certain basketball players. She's not married to one now, and she doesn't have a child with one now. She with ASAP Rocky, but she made a statement one time that, hey, you have to have won like a certain amount of championships for me to like want to be around you. Like, to her, that's a power move. Like she's with a certain champion. She ain't just with an NBA player. She's with a champion, right? But I guess she couldn't find a certain NBA champion that she felt was worthy or that she wanted to be with. Not really who was worthy, because she knew that the way she was looking at it, yeah, she knew that guys, I mean, who I guess, yeah, who wouldn't want to sleep with Rihanna? Who wouldn't want to be with Rihanna? She's a billionaire right now too. But outside the money, like, yeah, I mean, hey, what guy? I mean, outside of what happened between her and Chris Brown, that's in the past. I'm just saying, like, just Rihanna, like with her and her natural looks and everything. Who wouldn't want to be with a Rihanna, right? Even as she's gotten a little older. Let's go back to even before, like, she's gotten older and she's had a child with ASAP Rocky and stuff like that, right? Who wouldn't have wanted to be with a Rihanna back in, like, let's say 2008, 2009, back then, man. But see, even back then, Rihanna knew it ain't about like me. I know y'all want to get with me, but there's really a certain guy I would rather be with. It was more about her hypergamy versus her wanting guys to think hypergamous about her because of her looks. Yeah, she knew she had a certain look, but that didn't impress her that guys looked at her a certain way. She's more impressed about the way she looks if she's around a certain kind of a guy. And so she let that be known. Someone chopping it up in the chat. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I feel you. You chopped it up about Rihanna. I feel you. Oh nah nah. What's my name? Oh nah nah. Yeah. You said it's Aquarius. Hypergamy in today's age is the new form of gold digging, because some people can act like they fake love. Oh my gosh, I'm still tripping off the Rihanna part. I'm sorry. You said Aquarius. Hypergamy in today's age is the new form of gold digging, because some people can act like they fake love the person and follow their rules until he or she gets out of that relationship or marriage. Cha-ching. Yeah. Oh yeah, I can see that. Well, actually, and I get where you're going with that, Aquarius. So let's say this. Just reading off what you just said, let's say this. Hypergamy in today's age is also combined with gold digging. It's like a one and in the same nowadays. It's just merely more or less sandwiched together, because a person will try to see someone of a higher social status and come up on them, you know, as a lick, but that lick takes a little longer. The lick takes a little longer, you know, for you to get them to come out of their pockets versus a gold digger originally able to get a dude to come out of their pockets like they're at a strip club, or how a guy can get a chick to just come out of her pockets just as long as he got a nice little sausage on him. You know what I'm saying? A little tenderloin. Of course, the girl that he with at the time, she gonna be like, "No, I don't want your loins to be tender, baby. Sugar girl over here needs some loving. You can't have no tender loins, boy. You better be firm with your loins. You can't have no tender loins." But still, he got her to come out of them pockets, right? So it took a little longer, like if you're trying to do it the way Aquarius said, where he might have to stay with her until income tax day. That part. Or until, the first of the month, wake up. And then he wakes up on the first of the month, right? To get that bread, or to get the food stamps from, or, to get the income tax, however way y'all want to look at it, right? You said deliberate. Wow, a robber, straight up, give me all your money now. Give me Big Daddy, give it to me. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. And then you said it's Aquarius. That's exactly it. Hypergamy and gold digging go hand in hand. Yeah, it do. It do. It's not the same, but it goes hand in hand, all in the same sandwich. And folks love to eat it up, don't they? Hopefully this live stream makes sense to some. Maybe this live stream did not make sense to others. But to the others that this live stream made sense to, make sure that you hit that like button, especially those listening to this on the replay. For those here in the building or in the spaceship for the first time, and I appreciate those that stopped by here for this live stream for the first time. Definitely know there's more in store. Oh yeah, we counting down. We finna blast off to other places. Definitely more in store. So make sure that you subscribe, share this live, as well as my other content. If you go into my archives, just look into the playlist that consists of a lot of different content that you can check out. Those on the replay, you can see my different other platforms that I'm on, as well as links. If you want to tip yours truly, that's in the description section. Oh, I appreciate that. I'm glad that you like and subscribe, family. I appreciate that. You said deliberate. Oh man, you so funny. Oh nah. Yeah. Oh yeah, in about the tenderloins, you already know. Oh, I appreciate that, Aquarius. I appreciate that. You already know. This is what I do over here. This is what I do. Yeah. So it's definitely going to get better from here, no matter what it looks like, and no matter how many of these gold diggers and hypergamous and hypogamous people are out there. Yeah, whether they're super with it or just subpar with it, right? Yeah, it's only going to get better from here, y'all. It's only going to get better. So yeah, like I said, hope y'all subscribed and like this live stream. Make sure that y'all hit that notification bell so that you get my uploads and live streams in real time. And yes, for those that have been checking out my channel lately, yes, I have been rescheduling a lot of my live streams because yours truly goes on different space explorations. I go on different, I go on so many different space explorations, warp speed all the time. So that means, yes, in layman's terms, I be pretty busy. So I put a live stream out there so that y'all know it's definitely on the way. But what I will do going forward is for the live streams that I know for sure I will do, I'm just going to post in the community chat that, hey, it's finna go down. So that way y'all know, for those that do hit the notification bell, and I apologize if you get kind of annoyed about some of my live streams not going as scheduled. Just know for sure I will get more on top of changing my times before the day before, or otherwise I also will post in the community tab that yeah, it's going down for sure. Today it's going down, you know. So definitely more in store for sure, you know, and I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the support. Definitely more on the way. So much love to y'all. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. And yeah, we out. Warp speed away. You already know. Yes, sir. Oh, yeah. Thanks a million for stopping by.